What's up, guys? Welcome to Floors of Discomfort Dev Update number 8. In this Dev Update, I will be talking about the changes made to the game over the course of February. A lot of small additions have been made to the game over the course of February, and I'm not expecting this video to be very long, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen, so we'll see. So like I said, a lot of small things have been added to the game over the course of February. A lot of things that I've been putting off, and a lot of things that I've quite honestly been dreading. But I've finally gotten around to them. We've started the development on a lot of things that are important to making the game successful, and I'm glad we're doing it. So I'm going to start off by talking about sounds in the game. Now, sounds in the game are one of those things that I've been dreading since the very beginning of this of the development of Floors of Discomfort. Now, I'm not a sound designer, I'm simply a programmer, and Jerry, the game designer and artist for this game, is not a sound designer either. And we felt that since this is our first game together, that we want to do everything ourselves, and that includes sounds and music. So we're sucking it up, we're figuring out how to do it, and that's coming along very well. Now in this video, you're not going to hear any sounds in the game because my voice is kind of over the sounds, but you will be able to hear the sounds if you watch future gameplay videos that I will be posting, as well as a demo that you can play that I will link to in the description of this video. Just a side note, you'll see me occasionally go from half health or even no health to full health in this run that I'm doing, and simply because I made this run for this video, and I didn't want to keep dying, so I just added a command for myself a command to give myself full health. No big deal. So moving on to the next topic, the settings menu has been fixed. Now, I know I never even really talked about the settings menu being broken in the first place, but when I added the settings menu, which is now on the screen here, there was a problem with the sliders not actually working. And the sliders here just control the volume of sounds and the volume of music, and they weren't doing that correctly, so I fixed that over this month. It took a few days, to be honest, because I wasn't sure what the problem was. I couldn't figure out the problem, but I finally fixed it. And the toggle full screen button is still a bit problematic, but still working on that. That's coming along well. I don't want to add too much else to the settings menu because I feel like there isn't that much to configure, and I don't want there to be either because I want it to be very simple here. But I might add a resolution slider. We'll see what happens there. So let's go back to the game here. So something that has been plaguing the game for a very long time were collisions. Collisions just weren't working right for me. I had to do a lot of hacks to get around improper collisions, and that has been fixed. I'm going to be completely honest, before I even started this game, I was not much of a game programmer myself. I have no formal training in game programming, and that's probably why I didn't really understand how collisions worked, even though I read up on it. But I learned, and I fixed it, and collisions are working flawlessly, and it is so nice. You have no idea how nice it feels to fix a problem like that has been plaguing the game literally from the beginning. There's a lot of code errors that I made that cause a lot of I guess messy code, but I've fixed a lot of those problems up, and my code base is nicer. The game's optimized a little bit more, and that's a really good thing. So another great addition to during this month that was made was the removal of the hotbar here. So originally the way usable items worked was you'd buy or pick up an item that is usable, and by usable I mean it's a weapon within the game, and it would show up in the hotbar down here, and you would use one of the keys, 1 through 0, or I guess 1 through 10, but on the keyboard it's 1 through 0, and it would activate one of the items, and it wasn't really working. It was annoying, it was hard to do on the fly, and so we had to come up with a new solution. And Jerry came up with this solution of a of a ring that will hold all of the usable items owned by the character that you can see here. And you can you open this by you open this window by pressing tab and holding tab, and the more items you have, the more there will be around a circle, obviously. And for this video, I have just the mushroom here that I will select and use. Whoops. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, it is you now have to click the item to select it, and it will show up on the bottom here that you have selected it, and you press right click to use it. As you can see there, the mushroom is dropping and it is working. The item has also been scaled up. It looks pretty cool. Alright. You can also activate the item by pressing Q, and that's for those of you who do not want to use the mouse, but I feel that the mouse is a much better option. That's just a side note. The shop has been updated. Well, at least the shop image. It was actually updated about 2 hours ago. Jerry redrew it. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can pass it here on my way to the door to advance to the next level. But that's not really a huge change, but it's a nice thing to note. Game breaking bug fixes. So there was a massive game breaking bug. Here's the shop. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. It's changed a little bit. It's the same design with a few altered aspects to it. Yeah, that's that. Let's continue. And like I was saying, there was a massive game-breaking bug that I knew about, but really couldn't replicate myself. Jerry kept running into the problem every time he was playing, every time he was doing a run-through, and I just couldn't replicate it. But after doing a few playtests myself, I found the bug, and I found that it was being caused by the way items handled the killing of enemies. So when you normally kill an enemy by attacking it, when the enemy reaches 0 health, he will go through a series of checks that will determine whether he drops a coin, drops an item, or drops the key. Now, when you use items, that didn't happen. Those checks didn't happen. The enemy would simply be removed from the world. And what that was doing was, when that specific enemy that died had the key, he wouldn't drop the key, and you would never be able to advance to the next room, and ultimately it was a game-breaking bug. But that was fixed, and I'm so glad that was fixed, because if I hadn't found that, that would have caused a major problem if I released the game. But I didn't. It was fixed. Thank God for playtests. So the next great thing added to the game here... Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, no, I'm not. Yay. Alright. So the next major thing added to the game is death animations. Now, over the course of drawing each enemy, Jerry included death animations for some of the enemies here, such as the Rock Man. And I'm gonna kill him, and you'll see his death animation, which I think is by far one of the best. Yeah. Alright, but some enemies don't actually have that, and every enemy has to have a death animation, so we've finally started adding those. It's just been something that we've been putting off. It's not really a huge change, but it's something that we've been putting off, and it's something that's important, is added to the game. Playable characters also now have death animations, and I'm going to show you that by showing you the thief's death animation. Also, if you haven't noticed, I am playing as the thief for this video. I normally play as the knight. I thought I'd change it up a little bit and play as the thief. So yeah, I'm going to show you the death animation for this character here. And I don't know why these coins are floating or some are in the ground. I thought I fixed that, but I guess I didn't. Gonna have to look into that. Alright. Now I have to wait. I have to find a way to kill myself. Wow, how did that go right through me? And yes, I am playing and talking at the same time. Oh, that's not good. Why is that floating? As you can see, the game is still in beta. There are a lot of problems. But slowly things are getting fixed. Okay, so here's the death animation. Alright. Yeah, it's awesome. Jerry is really doing a good job of animating these characters. All the other characters have their own death animations that I'm not going to show in this video, because I don't think it's necessary. But they all look just as good as that you saw right there. Alright, finally, the final topic of this video is marketing. Now, when I decided that I do game development, I never even thought of marketing. I never thought I'd have to make it a point to market, and that would just be me being naive for no other reason. But obviously you have to market your game in order for it to be successful, and I've started that. Even though I've been doing it, obviously, because you can see I've been posting these videos for I think a year now, even 8 months. But yeah, so I've been posting these videos, but I have to expand my horizon a little bit, and I've been doing that through Twitter. We have a Twitter at 3prongprod, which I will post a link to in the description. We finally got an IndieDB. I'm making a point to post there almost every day. We have a dev blog at 3prong Productions. That's number 3prongproductions.blogspot.com. So, and I've been reaching out to other YouTubers, trying to get them to put game development, or trying to get them to play the game. I'm trying to get people to play the game. I'm trying to spread by word of mouth. It's a whole big process, and one that is a necessity, but it sucks. Let me tell you, it is hard, and it's just a process, but it's something that has to be done, and it's a challenge, and I enjoy a challenge, and that's what's happening with that. So there's nothing really else to talk about in this video. I think I've covered everything for this month. I'm looking forward to another great month of development, and I'm looking forward to telling you guys about it next month. So yeah, until then, thanks for watching.